When the recent NASCAR Hall of Fame class was selected for 2019, it was no surprise to see Roger Penske, Jeff Gordon, and Jack Roush on the list. They also joined Davey Allison and Alan Kulwicki, who passed tragically in the middle of their careers. Taking a look at things right now, this is an outstanding class. Jack Roush should be the first one to tell you that he didn't get to the Hall all by himself. He's joined by one of the all-time great drivers in his stable, Matt Kenseth, who took home his first driver championship in 2003 with Roush as the owner.
Well, he's a winningest owner in NASCAR, I believe, is the first thing. But I think just everything he's done, from starting that team up in Liberty, North Carolina, and running a truck team out of Michigan, just all the racing he's done his whole career. But certainly what he's done in NASCAR and the impact that he's made here, I think, has been second to none. So glad he's in. I agree. I think he should have been in a lot earlier.
Roush has told me in the past that if it wasn't for Mark Martin and their collaboration that those two had, there probably would be no Hall of Fame for either of them.
Well, it's to be voted in the same year as Roger and Jeff, and of course, Alan and Davey is great. And there's 45 other entries or other Hall of Famers that are in there, and to be counted along with that group is really special.
Well, we did it together. Jack gave me the opportunity, tools, and the resources to achieve my potential and my dreams. And Jack was a hard-working, determined, dedicated, tough individual. And he was as determined as I was to succeed in the sport.
Roger Penske's had a lot of accolades in his career, and they're all well-deserved. But he said going into the Hall of Fame with this group is something very special.
What does it mean to you, though, Roger? I mean, to be recognized like this?
Well, I think that I went to the Hall of Fame to see the NFL Hall of Fame in Canton a number of years ago, to see Les Richter go in. And it was an amazing event and something that I never will forget. And when I woke up this morning, I said, something, you're going to be in the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and in our world, that's a pretty special place. And you don't set that as a goal. I think it just happens because a lot of people have to abide on it. But as I said to most of you already, it's not about me at all. I mean, it's all the drivers, all the people that have built this great team that have given us the success, because I certainly couldn't do it by myself.
Also joining Roush and Roger Penske in the Hall of Fame is Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon won 4 driver titles in NASCAR before retiring to the Fox Sports booth, and Gordon tells us what it's like as a lifetime honor.
Racing sprint cars and midgets in Indiana and came down to North Carolina hoping and dreaming of something, but I didn't know much about NASCAR racing. Everything was IndyCar, open wheel, sprint car, midget to me. I knew the Daytona 500. I knew Richard Petty was and Dale Earnhardt, and that was it. So, when you look back at that, this is very, very surreal to me. But then when I look at the last maybe 25, 26 years and what I've put into it, what it's meant to my life, how it's changed my life, I look at that, the era through the 90s, and on how that has impacted and changed my life, and what I gave back, to a sport that gave me so much. I'm just really proud and honored to be a part of this.
I just think he is way more than a driver, and the Hall is supposed to showcase the best that our industry has ever seen, and Jeff is one of a very, very few that have honestly and truly transcended our sport. When you look at his reign on top and how he helped make NASCAR a nationwide, even in some respects a global force, his rivalry with Earnhardt, the things that he did outside of the race car, and being in movies and being in music videos and just being in the mainstream marketing. That we all know the stats, but there's that piece as well. Then there's also the owner piece that Jeff has had along the way. So Jeff is far more than a driver, and very deserving to be in the Hall of Fame.
The induction in the Hall of Fame for the 3 living members of Gordon, Roush, and Penske will happen at the end of February in 2019, and it'll be well-deserved and a night that they will all remember. For Detroit Sports Media, this is Roy J. Akers reporting.